much you know about implementation or writing layers or any of these kind of video game terms. None of that matters if you can't write music well. So the first thing for me...
Hey everybody, welcome. It's Friday. Ben's Brick Designs, how you doing? I'm Ben. Happy Friday. It's Friday, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we're going to build and drink. And this is a Thirsty Goat.
You've got to know how to...
Within the first 10 seconds of the stream, I know. I'm also going to skip this song because there's speaking in it.
on your own.
Sorry. There's like a lot of speaking. Normally I don't mind that lo-fi stuff. So, we're going to get right into it. We left off because I don't think I'm going to have a whole lot of time tonight, but we're going to see how far we can get. So, yeah, so we did that bit. We're on bag 3 of the Aston Martin. So I hope you've all had a good week. For those coming into the chat, make sure to let me know how the sound and video look. Sorry about your ears. So anyway, this is where we've left off. This is how far we got. We got the doors. We got most of the back quarter panels. Got the inside. I'm sure this is an ejection seat, so that's yet to be built. And then steering column up in the front. Doesn't look like this has actual steering wheels. Nothing was attached to the steering wheel, so the wheels do not turn, which is an unusual thing for a Lego car not to at least have that. But I think there's so many other mechanics in here that they'll set that aside for now. So hopefully this won't take as long. We have 2 numbered bags to go through, even though there's going to be like 6 bags total. So 3 is, number 3 bag has big bag, little bag, another medium bag. But it should be fewer bits of Technic, so it should go a little faster. So I hope you're all having a good Friday. I've been waiting for this for a while to finish this guy out. Last night was the last of the last ever winter concert for my kid's high school because he's a senior. So, little sad, little melancholy. That's the last one we'll ever do. Ugly sweater contest. His mom actually was Mrs. Claus and read the poetry part of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas while the band played. So that was very cool. Let's see. Okay, so that goes there. This thing just does not like wherever it lives. And then, so that was, kind of sad. There's one more concert after this. It will be a spring concert, and that will be kind of the last concert. So it's kind of nice. Everybody had their ugly sweaters on. Get a feel for what parts are where. Yeah, so I jumped on this. I guess technically, I'm not really on the clock, but our company is 8:15 to 5:15, but I started work at like 7:30, and I didn't take much of a lunch break. So, and I'm going to be working over this weekend, so I thought it'd be okay to kind of jump out a little bit. I have my phone on me in case there's messages or tickets that come across, but for the most part, it is now the weekend. I hope you're all having a good weekend, a good Friday. If anybody has plans, let me know what your plans are. We can compare and contrast. So I have plans tonight. We've got people coming over for wedding planning. The wedding planning is in full gear. Panicked mode even, if you will. And a lot of things coming together, a lot of things finalized. So it's coming along great. And then, yeah, my cat's not happy. He thinks it's dinner time. He's still got like an hour. So we got that going on after the stream. People will be coming by. And then tomorrow is our Lugs Christmas party. And it'll be kind of my first official Christmas party as the new Lego ambassador. I don't think that is going to work at all. There's not a whole lot to give there. Do you have to bend it? Oh. Not sure. That's not a whole lot. Did I get the wrong size one? I think I got a 3 instead of a 4. No, I got a 4. Let's try this all again. That's a 4. That's a 4. So you put it through. I'm following the directions here. That. And we've got 2 of these. And then we've got a bushing. I'm not missing anything. Oh, the pin. Okay, I got it. I got it. And this goes here. Like this. Good, good, good. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna have a Lug Christmas party. First one in a couple years because we didn't have one last year. Nobody felt comfortable doing that, and that's okay. This year it's gonna be at one of the Lug members' house. There's going to be the usual revelry. There's going to be a Dirty Brickster, which is a white elephant. And then there's going to be a charity donation, and people are going to bring... Oh, that reminds me, I have to go shopping tomorrow to get something to bring. And then there's going to be swag handed out based on participation in monthly Lug meetings. If you attended and built a mock, you get a Lego set of some kind, depending on how many you did. So it kind of behooves people to attend meetings and build stuff and participate in the builds. That's one area I kind of slacked a little bit. I went to most of the meetings, 10 or so, I think. But I didn't build for every single one. It's because either it didn't inspire me to, or I was out of time. A lot of people build the last minute. Like if we have a 2 o'clock meeting, they'll start building at noon and just have something on a little plate, a design or a My brain can see this. Like I keep scanning across this piece and I just don't see it. Oh man, look at those. Nice shiny silver metallic 2x4s. Wow. I may trade these for something else. That's nice. Alright, so not there. Not that. Not that. I'm looking for that fence piece, which is a 2x4, so I keep seeing the 2x4s and freaking out. Arches. I don't think it's going to be in this group. These are 3s. I didn't see it over here. I keep thinking I see it. Oh, this is bothersome. Did I throw it away again? The bags. No. How'd you see? Doesn't sound like anything in there. All right. Well, nobody's in the chat anyway, so we just sit here and quiet and figure it out. There's those. There's these. More of those. More of that. 2 of those. A lot of these quarter panels. Unless it went under somewhere. This set has just got me befuddled. This is like the 3rd time I've not been able to see the part. Oh, it's right there. It's like it wasn't even hiding. It was just long ways and I couldn't tell. That's 5 minutes of my life I'll never get back. Yeah, can you hear him over here yelling at me? He says, you know it's feeding time, and I'm going to yell at you until you feed me. And I'm sitting over here and take a bath and pretend that I'm not mad at you, even though I'm very mad at you. Not right. Yeah, you're not getting any food. At least not from me and not for several minutes. Hey, stop that. And then these awesome silver, metallic silver pieces. Ooh, and even more metallic silver pieces in the form of lift arms, really? Yeah, and apparently there's one in here somewhere. Look at all these metallic silver pieces. Oh, look at that. Look at that tile. Metallic silver with the print on it. That is nice. Nice, nice, nice. I am in favor of those. There's a lot of them too. Goodness. Here it is. Never seen that before either. Silver lift arm. Hey Toaster, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to crank through the last 2 bags of this in the time allotted. I'm assuming that'll fit together better later. Just being chill, Friday night, having a beer, building some Lego. What are you up to? Well, this is the rotating, so now we have to pick. Do all of them go on? 1, 4, 2, 3. Yeah, they do. Nice. Oh, would you stop, cat? I am not feeding you right now. Your mom can feed you later. I'm just going to put these in order. Doesn't really matter. yeah, the wedding planning, and I'm also doing lug stuff and project graduation, which is a another board member position for my kids' school. Band Boosters is technically still going on. It's the holidays. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I find moments in my day where I can still go play Battlefront. So, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, baby? The McLaren Senna, still haven't built it, but it looks great. Yep, I agree. It's a good looking vehicle. Oh, I found out today two things. I'm a little sad about one of them. Michael Nesmith died. If you don't know who Michael Nesmith is, he was I guess technically the bass guitar for the Monkees. He was also one of the creative, the writers of the group. His otherwise claim to fame was that he was the son or grandson or something of the person who created Whiteout. So he has that going for him, or had. He was 78. So there's your rotating license plate. Flunk. 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 So that was sad. Thing number 2 that happened today. Arctic Monkeys? No, it wasn't Arctic Monkeys. The Monkees from like the 60s. Daydream Believer and Stepping Stone and Hey Hey We're the Monkees. What was the other thing? Oh, I found out Cowboy Bebop got canceled. Kind of saw it coming. There's a lot of negative press about it from basically people who didn't like it, and the people who did like it weren't as vocal. It probably just didn't get enough positive reviews on Netflix and didn't get enough viewership, so it got canned. It says 2. Are there actually 2 in here? I don't see a second one. Alright, tiles. Yeah, this set with... I can't find... It's in a different group. No problem. I mean, they haven't been relevant in a very long time, but for old guys like me, it's kind of a big deal. I grew up watching them on like the Monkees show on Nick at Night, and even then it was kind of old at that point. They were sort of a commercialized answer to the Beatles. Kind of an Americanized version of it too, despite the fact that Davy Jones was British. So it's kind of funny. But yeah, Cowboy Bebop canceled. So now I'm going to go back and rewatch the original, or watch the anime. I've seen it a couple times, just kind of want to go back and rewatch. Watching some Doctor Who. What else? Well, that doesn't seem to want to... the deal here? Alright, well, something's bugged about this setup. That's on fine. Why does that want to go so far in? It shouldn't. It should just go as far as that needs it to. Okay, I don't understand that. Kind of like Oasis. I mean, it was 20, 30 years before Oasis, and Oasis was mostly British, and they thought they were the Beatles. I think Noel Gallagher or whatever was like, we're bigger than the Beatles, and everyone was like, no, you're not. I will grant that you are a popular music group, but I will not give you that you are bigger than the Beatles. And the irony is, I think, was it John Lennon? Somebody said they were bigger than Jesus. So, I mean, there's a precedence to claim for people thinking that they're bigger than something, which I think is funny. It's like me saying I'm bigger than Beyond the Brick. Nobody's bigger than Beyond the Brick. Hey, Beyond the Brick, how you doing? I hope you come to Brick Rodeo this summer. I'm sure we will be we will be comping you some tickets and whatever else we did last time. I will now have a giant build for you to ignore this year, like last year, so I will not feel so bad when that happens. Yeah, maybe it was McCartney. I don't remember. I'll have to look it up. All right. Oh yeah, I don't get me wrong. They had some fantastic songs. Okay, and this goes in here like this, and then it does what? And then I'm guessing it goes like that. Cool. Aha, that does something. Machine guns. You are not getting fed, my God. And don't ask me, go ask your mom. She's the one who's got time on her hands. You're interrupting my stream, yo. Get. I'm gonna start throwing stuff at you. Okay. Hey Beth. What are you doing? How are you adding them? How are you adding them? Are you doing it in iTunes or are you just writing it down? Oh, do you have Spotify? If you put them in Spotify, it'll tell you how long you've been playing. Or how long you're play. Well, here, hang on a second. I'm gonna break everything. I have 33 songs. So if you get around 30 songs, let me know. Okay, that's probably good. Why don't you leave it there and then I'll add them in and we'll see how long our list is. Cool? And if you could Mary Fowler, how are you? Vastek. Vask. If you could also feed the animals. Well, the cat's in here thinking that I'm abusing him. Hi, Mary Fowler. How are you? Happy Friday. Cheers. Clink. I'm not familiar with Vask Tech, but if you were to elucidate us. Oh my God, a handwritten note. What do you, look at this. The technology, and we have a handwritten musical note or musical list. Do you want to cut me a mixtape while you're at it?
Sure.
It's like, only if you're feeding me. How many of those? 4. These are awesome pieces. These go so well with microfighters. They're so useful. So here we are. This is about how far we've gotten so far. I know this is off camera and I apologize. You can tell that these are going to be the machine guns. That's going to rotate the machine guns somehow from here. Or I don't know, change the license plate. Who knows? Alright, we got 2 of these guys. That aren't. Okay, that is already kind of messed up. Was that supposed to be lower? I don't know how this is supposed to go in, but oh, it looks like I missed a step. No? Oh, okay. That explains it. So I'm caught up on Discovery, Star Trek Discovery as well. I will not spoil it for anybody who still isn't caught up, but something happened on it that I'm not sad about. The what? Ugh. 3. There were 3 of those. Keep having to go backwards like this. I'm never going to get done. And just 1 of those. Huh. All right. So 2, 2, 2. Good. Next. I'm starting not to really like Discovery. There's just something. I'll probably watch it, but I don't know that. I'm using a friend's Paramount account, so it's not like I can go, well, this is the only show I'm watching for this, so I'm going to cancel it. But this is one of the steps to turn it. Okay. Lots of gray. Lots of gray. It is not my favorite Trek. It's not even my second favorite Trek. I think it's probably my least favorite. I'm going to address some arguments about it. There is a song I really don't like is Imagine by Lennon. It's so obnoxious. Well, I think when it came out, it was probably very much ahead of its time. It probably spoke to a lot of people who were thinking those things, but really didn't. But nobody else was thinking those things and saying those things. So I think at the time it was probably bigger than it may seem. It was probably more cultural than it is now. But yeah, because now it seems a little over the top and a little obvious. But you know, you have to understand. I think that song came out like 50 years ago, something like that. Hey, Kodiak, how's it going? Oh no, it's fine. It's a fine song. I'm actually not a huge Beatles fan. Beth is a huge Beatles fan. And I say huge in sort of like she's not a mega fan. She's not like doesn't have a bunch of albums and posters and shirts and stuff, but she knows a lot about the songs and the artist and the band. So I like some of their older stuff, like Please Please Me and Just 17 and Twist and Shout and Taste of Honey, those kinds of songs. I didn't get into like the later stuff after the Rooftop concert. The White Album, like I don't think I got into much of that. What was I talking about? Oh, Star Trek. So there's a lot of talk about Star Trek and this argument of if you don't like it, you are a misogynist or you're a bigot or you're, because it's a very... I hate to use the word woke, but it's trying to bring a lot of diversity into Trek, which is great. It's not just white men all over the place or straight white men and women. It's, the main character is a black woman. The second in command's an alien. I mean, whatever. That's always kind of a go-to. But there's a lot of black representation, female representation, gay and non-binary representation, all of which is good. All of which is great for Star Trek. What I don't like about the show is that it is not written very well. That's my only problem with it. Like, this latest episode, the animated Trek show, Lower Decks, both of them, Lower Decks and Prodigy, are both very good. And Prodigy is a good kids show. It's brought to you by Nickelodeon, and it is a good kids show. It's, high adventure and... Oh, you really have to make sure those are on there. It's great. I'm not caught up on Prodigy. I think there's an episode or two that I've missed, and Lower Decks the season was over a while ago. I really like both those. I don't like Lower Decks, or I don't like... I'll give you an example of why I don't like Discovery. Somebody said this the other day. Discovery feels like a therapy session for everybody. Like, nobody on this ship has any confidence. In every episode, they need some hand-holding, and they need some affirmation, and they need a boost just to get their job done, right? Even in the face of galactic whatever, they're just kind of like, they always need a little pep talk. And it becomes very much, oh, you're just the best. It's like, oh, God. Okay. So, okay. I was like, I'm missing something. An example would be this latest episode where they've crashed. It's a training mission, and they've crashed on the planet, and they're trying to get to a location, and they're all talking and being negative to each other because they don't trust each other, they don't know each other, they're cadets, they're having a lot of problems. And the lady who's with them, who's a lieutenant, who is not really wanting to be lieutenant, which is a whole story for her, they're leaving the crash thing, there's creatures chasing them. They have just minutes to get away from them and up to this ridge where they can use their communicator and get a better signal to talk to the ship. Well, somebody said we should go into a cave and take shelter, and somebody disagreed with that. And so then they all stopped, and she said, we're going to talk about this now. We're going to hash this out now. Talk to each other. So they spent like 2 or 3 minutes talking to each other. I'm like, what happened to the alien that was right behind you who's going to eat you? Nope, we got to sit here and talk about this now. And the alien just apparently decided to F off and not be a threat while they hashed this out, which was very, very unrealistic. Even for a fantasy science show like Star Trek, it was just like, you built up all this tension and then you just stopped. You know, it didn't come about naturally, like while you were still trekking and while you were still trudging and while you were still escaping, stuff coming out. You paused and stood in a circle like it was a team building exercise at an office just to chat. I'm like, this is dumb. Yeah, it very much reminds me of Gravity Falls. It's that kind of animation and a little bit of that humor, and I really like it. It's kind of one of the better Treks, and it's built and it's made by people who really, really appreciate like what Trek is. And I don't mean to say it like that. They really just like doing it, and it's fun. Is this going to be slightly off? Is that what I'm seeing? Varktech, Lauren Douglas. Well, we got a couple spammers. That's awesome. Thanks for being here, guys. There was another one saying that earlier. Let's see. What else did I miss? Animation, yes. So there were 3 plots of this most latest episode of Star Trek Discovery. And this one actually there were bits of the show that I didn't like, but overall, I really liked this. This was one of the better episodes. I don't generally like this show as a whole because I feel like it's just a mess. Oh, that's not going to be able to... Okay, so that's just going to be on there. They wouldn't do that to me. It's trying to be very pretty, but everything is... The main character saves the day. There's like almost no reason for the rest of the characters to be there. And it's kind of like this weird savior complex. I just don't know what's going on. I don't know who the main bridge... I don't know who the bridge crew is much. I know who the engineer is and the doctor. I don't know. Anyway, the alien didn't listen to the conversation. That's what they just should have done until they were rescued, was just sit there and talk about their feelings. It's a different kind of show. I understand. It's a different kind of show, and okay. It's not Next Generation. It's not the original series. I understand. It's got to make its own way, and there's a lot of people who really like it and think this is a very special show, and I'm not gonna knock them about it if they like it. There was so the main character, Michael Burnham, she's not half human, half Vulcan. She's fully human, but she was raised on Vulcan. So she has she has ties to the Science Council and all this kind of stuff. Spock is her half brother, if that's any indication of what the show's like. Like, they didn't think they could probably trust that the show would live on its own, so they're like, let's just make it... Here's your engine block. Let's just make sure that everybody will watch it by making sure that we say that Spock's her half-brother. Let's figure out how this goes in here, shall we? Give me a minute, and then we'll get back to discussion. I think that goes on those 2... Alright, so this side I just want to make sure because this looks like it's specifically not supposed to go on anything. It just kind of pops out. I'm not really sure that that's supposed to be in there like that. Ugh. Okay, well, let me make sure. I've got... Okay. 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 See, that looks really off. It's not, but it... Okay. And then it said, open it up. Put that in there. Okay, and then close them. It doesn't really have like, it should go right here kind of thing. Like it's centered somewhere or something. Oh, there we go. Okay. Whew. That took too much time. Anywho, I feel like I badmouth the show all the time on here, and yet I continue to watch it. I don't know what that says about me. Okay, so other things coming up. Spider-Man's coming up next week. I know some people have tickets. I'm gonna try to get tickets for me and my kiddo. He's a giant Spider-Man fan, so we're gonna try to do that. And so that'll be fun. What else is coming out? I just saw a trailer today for Star Wars Eclipse. It's going to be a new role-playing game, and holy crap, it looks amazing. First thing, EA has nothing to do with it. I don't have any idea what the game's about. I don't know, like, if it's a role-playing game, if it's going to be like DCU Online, or if it's going to be like a massive multiplayer game, or if it's just an RPG, or what. Or if it's going to be like a card game or something. But the trailer was fantastic. You should go check it out. I don't expect there to be anything that, to me, equals Battlefront. But I think everybody's got their own opinion about Battlefront. Some people love it. Some people say it's garbage. And I don't understand why those people exist. The Sonic 2 trailer dropped, I heard, with Knuckles. Is Idris Elba actually Knuckles? Or Tails? I forget which person was going to be in that. Oh, my hair is bothering me. I need a haircut. What else? Still watching Wheel of Time. I still think it's good. A new episode dropped, and I didn't get to it today. Watching the new He-Man cartoon. Times 2, as those are 8. Really? Right there? Oh, when did I miss that step? Oh no, that's good. Okay. No Amy, I think. I don't know who Amy is. Is that a Sonic character? I played like one thing of Sonic when I was a kid, when it was brand new on Sega. But that was about it. Is Amy Sonic's girlfriend? Please forgive me. All right. What color are those? Okay, no dark gray, no dark gray, dark gray, dark gray. There's one. How many do we need? Oh, just one. Okay. It's like, hang on a minute. And then one more of those. Okay. So I had this revelation and screamed when I finished watching the first one. So Sonic's original design was nightmare fuel, right? So what did Tails look like originally? I don't know. What did Tails look like originally? I did see the Eternals. I liked it. It was fine. There's nothing, you know, good or bad about it either way. It was just good. It was fine. I enjoyed it. I feel like there's only so much you can do with a giant cast like that when every character is going to be important and you've got 8 people sharing the screen at any one time. So it's kind of, oh my goodness. Okay. These just go in like this. And clip in. That is wrong. All right, so that is totally wrong. Ah, dang it. I have to look at this again. Mother pus bucket. Just so goofy. Amy is a character, yes, and girlfriend is a loose term, especially since she's canonically like 12. Tails probably was a Lovecraftian monster. Yeah. Not sure why my keyboard did that. So Amy is a human? Or is another like Sonic looking character, like another hedgehoggy kind of thing? Because there's Tails and Knuckles. Tails is his friend, right? And Knuckles is the bad guy, or a bad guy, or like rival turned good guy, frenemy. Trying to remember. Alright, so now this goes in like this. Okay, I don't know why that's specific like that, but we're going to figure that out shortly. Okay, and then we've got 4 of these guys. And 2 of these guys. So, uno, dos. 2. I do like how like the hard points for everything being built upon it are like yellow and red. That makes me happy. Because you know immediately it's like, these are going to get covered up. Amy is a hedgehog. Tails is a fennec. And Knuckles, I have no idea. Okay. A fennec is a multi-tailed fox kind of thing. Okay. Two, 3, 4. Ooh. Okay. I hate that I know all this. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I keep seeing it and I know that I'm going to pronounce it wrong. I see it all the time. I just don't think I've ever taught myself how to say it. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to do some learning. Echidna. Okay. I mean, that's easy enough. An echidna. I thought there would be more of a weird accent to it or something, but I guess not. And Eggman is the bald. Yeah, he's the big. There's Eggman, and then there's Mr. Robotnik. Is that, or is that Mega Man? Okay, just that. Okay. Not Mr. Robotnik. Kitsune is a small-tailed fox, but Fennec is a small breed of fox. Echidna, yeah. Okay, it doesn't say where to go. It's right here. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. Okay. Oh, nope. Got one more piece. This little guy right here. Oh, and at some point I missed... What the heck? When did I miss that? Alright, well, it's only 2. And they aren't covered by anything. Eggman and Dr. Robotnik are the same character. Oh. See, this is what I miss. I do not know the lore of this show at all, other than I played it when I was a kid, and he ran fast and collected rings. That's what I got. So we were watching Shang-Chi. Speaking of multi-tailed foxes, Shang-Chi gets to, spoiler alert, he goes to a place, I won't say where really, and encounters, it's sort of a fantasy hidden away place. And in it are a bunch of whimsical animals, and one of them looks like a Ninetales from Pokemon. And at first I was like, what? They're just ripping that off of Pokemon. And then I realized Pokemon probably took some legend of whatever animal in Eastern mythology and used that as a Pokemon versus a movie stole something. Hey, Jerry. How are you this evening? Oh, look at this. This is our first, just set it and forget it build. I'm going to try to do this on camera so you can see it. So here's your grill, right? And it just sits in there. And then you take another piece and just put it over the top. It's not attached to anything. It's just sitting in there. So I did this a little bit with these builds where the arch, something sticks up in that arch, and that arch kind of holds it in place. See that tile in there? It's actually being held by a snot brick, but you could probably just stick it in there and it would be held in place because it's got, the arches are hollow underneath. That's very cool. How's your Friday, Jerry? You got any plans? All right, so that's cool. All right. 4 and 4. Again, I hate that I know any of this. Yeah, I mean, I'm building my wedding playlist. So at our wedding, we're going to have karaoke in one location and dance floor near the bar in another location. And so Beth and I are building a playlist. This is her playlist. I build mine in Spotify like a human, and she scrawls on a piece of dead tree like a Neanderthal. So I'm putting my playlist together, and I'm like, I have the weirdest taste in music, and I hate the fact that I've included so much disco for some reason and punk. Man of layers. Got something by Rancid, something by Erasure. This president's sticking any musical numbers in there, but that can't really dance to those. Okay, here we are again. kinda wanna be more than friends. Okay, it may look like an upside down plate. I'm constantly stuck on finding these. There it is. Fuck. Eevee's design is like a mix of a fox and a cat with the face of a red panda and Pikachu ears. Yeah, that's very good. Granted, this cursed knowledge let me build the Sonuchu medallion. Cool. Hi, Greg Dillion. How are you? Oh, another sticker. Very small sticker. Nope. Nope. There we go. Cool. Alright. That goes right. Shaw. And then that covers the rest of that completely. So it holds those arches in place. And now it's very pretty. Oh, just completed a Rebrickable B model. Rebrickable B model. So you took something. Did you do it or did you find it on Rebrickable and then like build it? Like somebody's like, hey, with this set you can also build this, and you're like, I want to do that. Because I think that's the main design or the main reason for Rebrickable versus what I do, which is try to sell my stupid microfighters. I need to find a better place to do that. I also need to get back into building and designing them because I kind of stopped. Found it on it. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I like when people do that. I think that takes a lot more courage than just building something and going, here, I'm going to put it up on here. It's like, yeah, but you should find a way to take a set you already have and make something new out of it. You have limited palette. Are you sated, cat? You're sitting over there giving yourself a bath and you're not yelling at me. I'm guessing you got fed. I have a weird feeling that No Way Home will be boring, like it has good elements, but knowing the Marvel formula, I don't know. Well, also, I have a feeling it could be bunnies. No. I have a feeling that... Oh, schwank. I am so excited for how this is going to turn out. It's a complete remodel of the Ecto-1 based on the original 2 movies. Fantastic. That sounds like a lot of fun to build. I'm worried also that it'll be kind of boring, but I have this feeling because they're going to try to wrap it up, because this is Tom Holland's last Spider-Man. Joel Spider-Man. That it's going to try to have a nice little tidy ending, despite the fact that the Sinister Six is going to be in it. And that just, it feels like you're just opening the Spider-Verse up by doing that. And then going, nah, yeah, but we're done. All right, y'all. Ready? This is what the gear shift does. You pull the gear shift back and machine guns. Oh, look at that. Pow. That's neat. Super cool. Yellow. Okay. Oh, yeah. Totally going to see it. I'm actually going to get tickets this weekend for next week. Move the gear stick to expose the left and right front wing machine guns. I did that. It was delightful. Oh, this is the only problem with like streaming like immediately after 8 hours, 9 hours of work. It's my back is killing me. It's like I really need this time to go sit on a couch or lay down. All right, where does that line up? Like so. Can't wait for Uncharted. I don't know. I kind of am. I saw the trailer for it. I'm like, really? Did we need that? I like the game so much. I don't think I needed a movie. Oh, I missed. I did. I mean, it's cool. It's Tom Holland. I kind of envisioned somebody older, but this may be like the beginning when he and his brother are still doing stuff before he loses his brother, I guess. So it'll be okay. Who's Sully? Mark Wahlberg is Sully? That's weird. I think that was a part of like, so we were streaming the other day. Hey, how's your mother? Say hi to your mother for me. He's going to be doing that. Say hi to your mother for me. I'm an orphan. Next December is Avatar 2. Okay. I wasn't a huge fan of Avatar 1, so it was fine. Oh, these are like half a plate off or something. Ugh, that's weird. Tom Holland leaving? Didn't know that. He's really trying to be like Iron Man. So that's what I heard, is that this is his last Spider-Man movie. Which, I mean, last Spider-Man movie, maybe he's in another Avengers movie. But that would mean that Marvel and Sony get their junk together and figure out this who owns who. But like, Sony is really trying to ramp up this Spider-Verse thing, but they can do that with other actors, you know. Blue People Avatar. I don't think they're gonna do. I've heard tell that they're gonna do another windy Avatar: The Last Airbender. Man, I like that show so much, and that movie was just such a disappointment. Like, I don't know how it was such a disappointment. I don't know how it got past anybody being that bad. You know? Like, somebody had to, like, see this and go, wait a minute, we're doing what to the franchise? I'm not sure we should be allowed to do this. Why are we doing this? Smurfs Avatar. Yeah, fair enough. The Native American paradigm against the industrialized, mechanized, whatever, capitalized thing. Awful. My jokes are awful cringe. No, Smurfs Avatar works. I'm all for Smurfs Avatar. Man, Lego loves doing this for headlights. These shields with the little thing on the back. They love this. I think if Cats was any indication, the people in Hollywood are deaf, blind, dumb, and stupid, to put it politely. Yeah, I agree. Oh, it's like, how does that work? It's a good way to get those lights in there. That's very cool. That's how they attach the lights. With that arm in there like that, and then the shield. It sits in there very nice. Yeah, Cats, I don't know what they were thinking with that horse nonsense. 2 of those and 4 of those. And then it says there's another thing right there, but it's not included. Oh, that's in the next step. Yeah, you bugged me. Also, those pieces don't exist. Well, these instructions are kind of a mess. I'm gonna have to go get some pieces because these don't exist. I don't know what they were doing. So there needs to be little 1x1s here. 1x1 plates. And be arsed if I can find any 1x1 plates. There's 1x1 tiles. Which I'm worried that at some point I should have used a 1x1 tile, but I don't see that. So I'm gonna have to go find a couple plates. Yeah. So hang on. I'll be right back. I'm not convinced that's because I didn't screw up somewhere else. I will, however, bring the drawer back here so we can look together. Because you gotta get a good one. And not a dark gray one or an old gray one. These will work. Cool. Lego making me break into my own stash of stuff. Yeah, I'm not convinced that these tiles may have been meant to go somewhere and I put plates on instead. I don't know. Have you got the AT-AT? No. I'll probably get the AT-AT next. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just looking at stuff. Yeah, they just totally missed that out. Oh no, that's not it. My bad. My apologies, Lego. Goodness gracious. This is, because I didn't see it, these guys. The AT-AT is very expensive, and I'm saving for a wedding, and then sending my kid on a band trip, and then a vacation, honeymoon, I'm hoping. Oh God, I've got to get through this bag. This is taking forever. So, hopefully, by maybe, if I start saving again, because I can save pretty well, maybe by the summer I'll have it. These just go all the way back? Yeah. I want it. I do. I'm hoping it's available and not completely sold out. I really wish a new Doctor Strange movie comes out anytime soon. I like the first one, it was incredible. Well, here's the thing. I think that may be I'm not going to be in a Spider-Man movie anymore, but maybe Doctor Strange, because he will be in the Multiverse of Madness. Because that's going to come out soon-ish. Now I can use those, and I use 2 of those, and I use 2 of these. Oh, goodness. Whole lot of them. All right, well, let's... I realize these are all going to go in here. And then 2 on either side of that. Yeah, I don't know when Multiverse of Madness is going to come out. The first one was good. I rewatched it the other day. It's pretty good. I forgot how much I liked that one. I do like how I don't think they planned it this way, but they kind of... Each Marvel movie is a different type of movie. There's like a heist movie, and a buddy cop movie, and a mystical, metaphysical movie, and just kind of a shoot 'em up action movie, and then a war movie. So that's always fun. I think they did that really well. And then these 2 go here. Coming together. Now this can probably all be, yeah, this is all giveaway parts. And a hair. That's probably a beard hair. All right, last bag, and then we'll wrap this shiz up. See you, Toaster. Thanks for coming by, man. Have a wonderful Friday. There should be bigger parts, so hopefully knock this out. Because I don't want to go hang out and drink beer with my friends. Whenever they arrive. Nice. I want to complain about a work ticket real quick. This happens invariably. Ooh, got some shuriken, some throwing stars. Where I will contact a support group saying, hey, we've got a problem, and then like I don't hear from them. Now, partially my issue because I don't like calling people, but I'm trying to do better for support and for God, this is hanging in front of my face. Because my job requires it. And but if you have something that's like your service level agreement, your SLA, has 24/7 support with like 1 hour response time or something. If I open a ticket, that ticket is open, the clock is ticking for an hour, right? It doesn't matter if I call you or if I email. Once that ticket is open, that's your clock is starting. So when it takes a full day to hear back about an outage, and then the response after that day is, we haven't heard back from you from the initial response that our technician sent you. And I'm like, so I sent a thing to you and you said somebody will get back to you. And then I have a follow-up that says you never responded to us. I'm like, okay, we're looking into it. We'll get back to you. Why didn't you respond to us? I'm like, you really, you guys? That is shicerly, shifty, ne'er-do-well. Okay, that's good. Also, like, towards the end of the day, too, when they're like, oh, we're going to send this, and then we're going to leave. Bye. You bastages. Mimi, hi, how are you? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. We're finishing up the Aston Martin. You got what? What'd you get? What'd you get? You were getting something. I know you were excited last time about getting something. I just forgot what that was. Oh, the Home Alone set. Nice. As much as I didn't want that set, just no reason to get it for me, it did look like a fun set to build. It's like it opens up and it's got all that stuff inside it and got a lot of little nooks and crannies. I think it's going to be fun. Purely by accident, did you trip and fall and like land on it and it wasn't already spoken for, but it was purchased? How did you accidentally get it? Brickstein, hi, how are you? Happy Friday. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. This is what we're working on. I wish I had more real estate. We're almost done. Got one more bag. Deceptively a large number of bags in this. It says 4 bags and then each bag has 4 bags in it. So you're like, come on, that's 16 bags. Don't lie to me. All right, I need 2x2s, which should be here, but they're over here for some reason. I was by the Mall of America Lego store on Wednesday, and I stopped on a whim, and they had one. Nice. That's always the best. So tomorrow we have, I'm going to recap like a bunch of stuff from this earlier on in the stream because nobody was here. Tomorrow is our Lug Christmas party. My first official Lego ambassador party, in which I get to hand out sets to people based on how many meetings they attended and how many models they built and all that kind of stuff. I get to play Santa. It's kind of fun. And then we have a Dirty Brickster, which is like White Elephant. And then we've got a toy drive for the, I think, Children's Hospital, Dell Children's Hospital. I was bringing this up for a reason. Now I can't remember. Oh well, it was fun. Let's see. Oh, so I want to buy the Lego wedding cake topper, which apparently came out like 3 years ago or something. And it's no longer, it's still available on Lego's site, but it's sold out. So it's not retired. It's just sold out. And apparently it's a very big seller. They never have it. I've learned since then. I was like, no, I'll just go grab one. There's another one you can get from Walmart, but I think it's an official set, but it's also kind of expensive. They're both very expensive because they're both never in stock. So tomorrow, so I found somebody local who's going to be at the holiday party tomorrow, and I was like, hey, you going to be there tomorrow? He's like, somebody said, yeah, I've got one of those. I was like, could I borrow it? I'm going to build it, so I'll give it back to you built. And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, okay, cool. So there's that. Because the set itself was like $9. If you go to Lego's site, it's $9. If you go anywhere else that actually has it, $35. I'm like, no. Oh, you're the ambassador for your Lug. Cool. That's very cool. Well, I may have questions for you because I don't know what I'm doing. Our ambassador of like 11 years has decided that he wants to step back because he's like, I'm kind of tired of this. I want to just build. I'm burned out. I'm a little burned out. And everyone's like, yeah, I mean, do it. Okay, this seems like it's never going to come back up. Will it? Oh, okay. Fair enough. Probably settles a little bit. There we go. Which set? So there's a wedding. It's a wedding cake top with a little white arch. I forget the number of it, and it's got a little pathway out in front of it. It's got a bride and groom. Oh, okay. It's got the instructions on there. I'm like, what? So yeah, our Lug ambassador is leaving, and so I'm taking over for him. But he's got just the institutional knowledge that he has about the ins and outs of what needs to happen for like lug support and lug bulk and all that kind of stuff is just and he's not going anywhere, like he's not dying, but at the same time I'm like, I'm gonna be calling you all the time. He's like, no, that's fine, I'm not going anywhere. So yeah, and I've heard like you really only need to access it like 2 or 3 times a year. That is so weird. What a weird little build. That's so weird to me. I'll show you up close when I get it redone again. Yeah, so you've got to fill out like you went to your Lug had an event. How many people were there? Was it public? Blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And then apply for support based off how many people went to meetings. And so a lot of this stuff I'm kind of aware of what's going on, but just not out of practice. I don't have, I have to start adding things to a calendar so I know when to not lose out on whatever forms need to be filled out. It's going to be fun. You'll get assigned a person to help you navigate it all, but you just have to stay on top of things. I think the person to help me navigate it all is probably going to be our previous one. Or Jan. I forget if his name is Jan. I don't know. Anyway. So there's a hole in there with a little 1x1 with a pip on it. And then there's this thing, right? That looks like a first order troop transport. And then it just clips in there. Like that. I don't know why it's built like that. There had to be something in here that didn't allow it. Some other function like this thing right there that didn't allow you to kind of build something in there, but that's very cool. All right, don't forget, I have other things to go here because I'll just stumble past that since I was like, no, that's the coolest part of this build, and then just forget that I've got other steps. All right, so that. And then that, and then this, and then this. We also have a storage locker or a storage unit where all the lug stuff is stored. And then we've got the same locker has where all the Brick Rodeo stuff is stored, which is it's not the Lugs convention, it's a different company's convention. It just so happens that it's put on by a lot of Lug members, or staffed by a lot of Lug members. So I had to go there today to get all this stuff for the Christmas party. That was interesting. And it's all sitting over there now. So I got like 30 sets to hand out tomorrow to people. That's the fun part. I think that's going to be the great part, is like going, here's some stuff. And everyone goes, yay, stuff. While I was in there, I saw a UCS B-Wing. And I'm like, need that to go along with my UCS A-Wing and X-Wing so that I can just buy a UCS Y-Wing. And then find that UCS U-Wing thing that was built by that one guy. And then my alphabet collection is my alphabet squadron UCS sets are complete. I only need 60%, and then it's complete. So, but it's in there for like, we'll auction that off. And I was like, oh, I'll bid on that. And then the guy who's the previous ambassador's like, I think I have 2 of these at home. I'm like, oh, come on. Why do you got to do me like that? That's just hurtful. Just when I think I'm into Lego, I'm reminded by all of my other Lug member friends who are way into Lego. Like, that's their whole income goes to like buying multiples of sets. So they can have a couple in storage and then they build a couple or something like that. Or they don't even build them, they just buy them. I'm like, why would you not build the thing you got? And they're like, we don't have any room. I'm like, why buy it? Because we want to buy it. Ugh. Mentality. My problem is I would build everything, just put up on a shelf, and then be like 3 years from now go, I need more shelves. Okay, so this is the back facing. Goes in that clip there. Like so. Attaches to 2 different clips. God, that's amazing. Hate feeling like that. I hate thinking I know what I'm doing with designing and then I get a car and just go, nope, I have no earthly idea what's happening, because that was magic. Just magic. Okay, that side. that side. Ooh, interesting. It's just the math sometimes. You forget what pieces you have and what they can do. Oh my god, there's a sticker to make this window look better. So this is an example of what I mean. You don't want that bar going down all the way, so you got to put that little brick with a clip on top of it so that bar doesn't push down any more than that, because you want that exact height. I hate. Ooh, I just got real hungry suddenly. Beth, order some pizza. Look at that sticker application. Smooth. Hands and nerves of steel. Look at that. Solid as a rock. Except that's my shooting hand. And the clip does double duty because it clips down in that. Does it? Should. Now we build the ultra side. Keep messing with my hair. Bothering me. There we go. So much gray. This is like building a Star Wars ship. I think that's why I'm having problems finding all the pieces, because everything's gray. Don't really have anything to grasp onto to say, yep, that's that piece. So who's excited for The Matrix? That's what I'm excited about. I'm excited for The Matrix. I'm excited for Letterkenny Season 10. Can't wait. Can't wait for, what was it? Kate's. Oh, they just did a short, like as a preview. Kate's Big Muffins or something. So we're probably going to have to watch, no, we have to watch, but I think we'll probably watch the Matrix, at least the first one, before the new one comes out on Christmas. Ugh, that one wasn't as good. And that's okay, because I'm good enough. Smart enough, and god dang it, people like me. That goes to I'm honestly just excited for the wedding to be over. I'm excited for it. it's gonna be a fun party, but at the same time, I'm stressed about planning, making sure everything's taken care of. Make sure the food's right, and the music, and the flowers. And of course, I keep being no help to Beth by saying, "Well, this is my second wedding. You do whatever you want." She's like, "Oh, I know you have input. Stop being a jerk." Okay, I know it's around here. These guys are up here. Don't think it's over here. It's so much gray. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Put this right in here. Uh-oh. Well, did I break that? Oh, I hope I didn't break that. It's not attached to anything, so. That attaches there. I'm sure there's something that goes in there, maybe. Okay. Figure it out. I still got some pieces left to go here. Ooh, almost knocked my beer off. I thought I just did that. That was weird. I flipped the page and it was still on that page. Morning, campers, rise and shine. So take your little hand in mine. There's no something or mountain we can't climb. So these are over here. That was over here. Ones, tiles, that. That again. That again. That again. Over here. What goes in between it? My eyes are just glazing over. I'm just like, I don't even know where anything is. There it is. Yeah, so going back to the Star Wars Eclipse trailer. Wow. So can we talk about that a little more? It looked amazing. Oh, if you haven't, go look up a YouTube channel called Melody Sheep. It is a, it started off as a like music video kind of music from the hearts of space kind of thing where it plays kind of ambient stuff, a little more epic than regular ambient stuff, against like space backgrounds, right? And they would take like narrations of like Carl Sagan and put it to music, and just it was very inspirational, very cool, and I just loved every time they put out a new one. It was a treat. So they recently did a kind of a small kind of a mini series called Life Out There or something like that. I forget what it was called. But it's very epic and totally worth it. They're each about 30 minutes each. They're each about 30 minutes, and they explore kind of... Oh, that was terrible. Can I get that off of there? Different aspects of space. Like, if we're ever able to actually find intelligent life and all this kind of stuff, it's just so worth it. It's very cool. Treat yourself. So we got people coming over, and I was like, oh, it would be a nice night to build a fire out in the backyard and hang out. And then I realized it's like 80 degrees. Man, come on. Come on, winter. Let's go. Get on this. Is this the last sticker? Yes. Means we're close to being done. Nothing but the wheels. Okay, I think they screwed this up. Oh, well, no, maybe they didn't. I'll take their word for it. I would have done 2 of those, but those are taller. Sub-assembly. Any sporting events anyone's watching this weekend? Like bowl games or anything? Kind of out of the loop. Unless it's hockey. I think there's a couple hockey games tonight, but I don't think it's any that I'm worried about. Actually, I think there's a lot of hockey games tonight. Oh man, we went to Q2 Stadium here in Austin, and oh, the Star Wars trailer, isn't it kind of the bomb? I had no idea they were that it was even a thing, and then suddenly here's a Star Wars trailer for a really epic looking game, and it's not. There's EA has nothing to do with it. Very cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I think it's a ways off. Like it's still like probably going to be 2 or 3 years, but I'm like, wow, that looks really great. Like just the ambiance and the world building that they've just done in that one trailer is pretty phenomenal. Yeah, so we went to Q2 to watch Mexico national team versus Chile, and it was a hoot. It was so much fun. Being in Austin means that we are a sort of, there's a Spanish phrase for it, like Sonoma local or something, meaning we're as local as anything, right? Kind of adopted local, because there's, you know, Texas is very close to Mexico. Obviously, there's a lot of Mexican soccer fans here. And there were like we all wore our AFC jerseys, thinking, we're gonna be a little bit obvious because we're in Austin, we're wearing this. There's going to be a lot of us doing that. Turns out, nope. A whole lot of Mexican jerseys. Mexico jerseys, I should say. All right, there's your trunk. I'm sure it opens up and does something. Has a tailpipe that shoots stuff. Yeah, this is supposed to do something. Oh, I think I actually may have broke it. Yeah, because it's supposed to go back down. But... ugh. Alright, well. Let's see if we can get the rest of this fixed. And then I will go back through and... see if I can fix that later. I really hope I don't have to take that all apart again because that's going to be a bummer. It's way in there. Did the same thing with the Nintendo. Like I got through doing the cartridge and then... oh, okay. And then it wouldn't work, right? Like it should spring back up. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe it's because it's made out of Lego that it's not. It's an approximation. It's not actually going to spring back up. And like everybody in the chat's like, no, it should work like really well. And it turned out like I had a slope that was turned 40 or 90 degrees one way, and I was like, oh man, really? So easily fixed. I hope that, because there's like, it seems like there's a loose Technic pin in there. There's like a bar that is not attached to anything. And I'm like, well, we're pretty close to being done. I don't see any other things that would attach to. So I don't know what you're waiting on me to do. We'll see. Oh, come on. That's a lot of pieces right there. That I can't recognize right off the bat. Blaming my old man eyes and brain on... these instructions. Okay, here's the OCD is going to kick in now. All of these little dials all have to be facing the right way. Right? Because otherwise, why even bother? It'd be cool if some of them actually were... facing I mean the dials were doing something different, but then you'd have to get a different print and probably not worth it. It's pretty close. Okay, got 20 minutes. Let's do this. Come on, we can do this. Where does it go? It goes on here. Does it actually go on there? Okay. Don't nobody freak, that's part of the song. Our tires out. We're we're close. I can feel it. Oh, no, we still have stickers. 6 and 8. So 6 on this side, facing down. Masterful. 8 on the other side, facing down as well. What? Yep, okay. Hi, Scott. How are you? Thanks for being here. Pretty close to being done with this, but I think I may have screwed up a mechanical part of it in the trunk. So off camera, I'm going to be swearing and trying to fix whatever I had jacked up. So how's your Friday? What the hops? Oh my goodness. What's up, yo? Everybody say hi to What the Hops. He is my in real life friend who I haven't seen in about a month and a half since Halloween. I hope you're doing well. What are your Friday plans? That better not be a ×2. Okay, it's not. All good. I never do Technic of any kind when streaming. Yeah, I was just say. Oh yeah, Mimi, Tucker, you guys know each other, or probably have heard of each other. I was saying earlier before you got on that I had done kind of a similar build with the Nintendo. And the cartridge wasn't working, and I was like, well, it's probably just because it's Lego and it doesn't actually work like the Nintendo did. And everyone's like, no, go back, fix it. It actually does work like that. I was like, crap. I done goofed it. I messed up the X-Wing engine once. Which X-Wing? Okay, this is weird. They'll use that piece because it's got this thing on the end of it, I'm guessing. The engine or the thing that turns so the wings open up, because that can be a problem. And I think that one, if it was Poe Dameron's X-Wing, the orange one, that was a problem. Like, I remember that being kind of an issue. Because I was like, this doesn't open really well. And then it, like, had a thing that, like, smushed open to kind of keep them open. And it wasn't really well designed, in my opinion. Oh, the little one? The smaller one with, like, Leia and Dodonna? The smaller of the two? Or the smaller of them? It came with, like, the TIE Fighter and whatnot. That same line. Now we use the 4, the 8. Flip it over. Yeah, I haven't built an ejector seat yet, yo. They're like... Oh, come on. They're like holding this out for the last minute. Oh, I think I hear friends coming over. I may have to leave. I don't want to leave, but... This has always been a contentious part of like cars in general, because these little frame things don't always stay very well. The new VW bus was terrible with it. One. Oh, I should have done that. So this other one goes somewhere else. Now I'm confused. Oh. Got it. Okay. Now this says do that. Okay. All right. Well, I trust you. I have a feeling I've really messed this up, but we're going to find out shortly. Scant few pieces left here. Holding out on us. I think they designed this on purpose. Like, nah, we're going to do the ejector seat at the very end because it's what everybody wants. It's what everybody's expecting. Okay. Goes in the one. Okay. Like a so. And then two of those. Put you on your side here. All right. Okay, now the seat. Seat and wheels, and then we're done. It's a 2-streamer car. Though, to be honest, I could have done this a little faster. I feel like I was not keeping an eye on what parts were what and just couldn't see a lot of the gray. These old eyes just ain't doing it anymore. Brick, just a brick, okay. And then these guys. Boy, this music will put viewers to sleep. I apologize. But it is chill. The air conditioner is also on, so I feel like I'm going to fall asleep. All right, so here's the seat, and it's just gonna sit in there like that. Yeah, okay. Okay, wheels, and then that's it. Oh, okay. So let's test this. This says I can pull something out here. That's okay. Pull this out. And nothing happens. Okay. There is something broken in there, and I'm really mad at myself. Because I was doing something in here with the trunk, and so you can see one of these. This is the bulletproof glass thing, right? Puts that up, you can't shoot through the back. But You can't really see it in here, but there's a blue pin, and I don't think it's attached to anything, but I don't know what it's supposed to do. Because it's trying to move that, but I would have thought it would have really like shot that through by now. So probably gonna find some videos to look at what I did wrong. I have a feeling that one thing that fell apart is what the problem is. Because I think it needed to, like, it's one of those things where it's on a pin and it just falls, and there's another thing that's just kind of laying there, and so it's like, no, put this thing like that. And then when I moved it to do something else, then it took it out of position to do whatever it needs to. It's got tension on it, so there's a rubber band in there. So my guess is it like does this and snaps back, but it's supposed to do something in here, and I don't see it doing anything. It's trying to pull that back, but I think it's supposed to shoot that up somehow, and it ain't doing it. Oh, and these barely stay on as it is. Okay. It's pretty cool. Now the trick with these is you take the, this doesn't even really do anything, but you take the little telescopes out of the trunk and you put, the whole wheel comes off. That's not great. That's not a quick change anything, because this doesn't come off at all. Wow. Yeah, so see that thing? It's all settled in there. There's no way to get that out. Do I have my pliers? Nope. I'm gonna do this off camera. So yeah, you gotta pull that off. And then put that back together like this. And then you get the extended wheel thing, right? With the little barbs on it. So that's what that's about. Which I kind of don't like. I think that's kind of dumb. And I get that it's hard to, you know, have rotating wheels that you can extend like that in this size of a build. I'm sure if we had a larger build, you could do it, but I think I'd almost just rather leave these alone. Okay, so wheels, wheels, wheels. And then we're kind of done. Also, these wheels don't... Kind of not happy with the way the wheels are. They look cool though. Got that sort of gunmetal gray thing going on. Nope, that went all the way through. I feel like I'm rushing it because it's getting to be 7 o'clock. And I didn't want to be here that long. Wanted to be done with this. Antsy person when it comes to this. Got a time frame, man. 2 hours and then be done. All right, so these are extra pieces. I'll get those out of the way, and I will go back and figure out this trunk. But for the time being, go back down. it is pretty looking. That is for sure, but most of these car models are. So there's your Aston Martin. It does have functionality. It's obviously not as smooth as the actual Aston Martin DB5, but I think I'm just looking at the functionality, see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's it. Machine guns with that thing. It's got the license plates that change, right? That's pretty cool. It has, this is going to eventually pop up and this chair will shoot out. It's got the gear shift that turns the machine guns on. There's that. It does have a hood that opens up, and you can see the very cool looking engine in there. Nothing really special about that. What does this do? Yeah, that's the broken part, because this won't go back down unless you go in here and kind of get that other thing to lower. So whatever is in there is broken. And then the back does its license plate thing too. So yeah, so it's very cool. I know that there's a lot of functionality going on. I kind of wish the steering column would turn the wheels, but because they don't turn at all. And for display purposes, I like being able to turn wheels so they don't roll off a shelf. So I turn them into, like, turn them back kind of thing. Like you would park on a hill, you'd turn them so they would, like, if your car's emergency brake or whatever, it would roll backwards. It wouldn't roll out into the street. Here's a little scratch for your wedding. I don't know what that means. Did you send me something? If you did, thank you. Thanks, David. Yeah, so that's it. So I will be back on Sunday. I don't know what we're going to be doing then. Maybe building a pink starfighter to go along with the other two monochrome starfighters. I'm going to fix this trunk thing. And yeah, so that's thanks everybody for being here. I hope you had a nice time hanging out and being chill. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And if I don't see you on Sunday, I will be posting TikTok videos of the advent calendar and YouTube shorts. You can just kind of stay out on YouTube. It's fine. But yeah, so I'll talk to you all later and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.